It's What's Up with Shamai Cook. I am Shamai Cook. Got my guest co-host Vanessa Missick in the building. That was SZA Snooze. SZA does it all the time. Hits the spot all the time. What's up, Vanessa? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Feeling good. Hungry. That's about it.
All right, let's get into it. It's time for the hot report. Let's go. All right. What's up with Shamai Cook? Got my guest co-host Vanessa Missick. How you doing, Vanessa?
I'm so glad to be here.
From pop culture to all the news at NCCU, this is the Hot Report.
I want to get into that. Like, that is my jam.
Okay.
Mom and Dad, if you're listening, ignore this.
On What's Hot.
Good job, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Did you like the intro, Vanessa?
Yes, I love hearing my voice. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's me.
All right, what's going on in culture? What's going on, Vanessa?
All right, so recently here at NCCU, we just had our student government elections. So some of those winners for Emmanuel Davis, he won Student Government Association Student Body President. Congratulations to him. Marcus Spates won Senior Class President, and Ebony Reed, that's my girl, she won Junior Class President. Congrats. And some of the winners of the Royal Court, were Mackenzie Davis Coward for Miss Sophomore, Katie Adisu for Miss Junior, and Zariah Locke for Miss Senior. And for our kings, we have Lorenz McCain, Mr. Senior, Christopher Thorns, Mr. Junior, and Malachi Gridine, Mr. Sophomore. I would just like to say, Christopher Thorns, they asked him a question about, like, is it okay for men to cry? He ate that answer up. If you're listening right now, I hope you know you did that. You did that. Yeah.
Well, let's start. So thoughts on the election. Okay. So first of all, congratulations to all the winners. Yeah. We get that. But because Marcus is gonna be here in the second hour, so we're gonna talk to him more about what he gonna do for his class. But I was going through Fizz, and this some people. I love that Fizz is anonymous, so I can't even say the source or whatever. But this is just an evaluation, okay? This is just an analyzation, and this is a great point that this person made, okay? And I don't know who the person is. I'm just quoting the person. I'm just reading something. This is not what I said. I'm just quoting what somebody else said on Fizz. So don't come for me, but which you will. I don't give a damn because it's my show.
LOL.
Don't care. Number one show on the network anyways. But we digress. Okay, I'm just reading a quote from Fizz, and this makes a great point, and this is right on the money. This is what the person said, and I quote, "They might as well just call SGA, GBA, or GGA, Greek Government Association. This expletive is dumb AF, who agrees?" Okay, when it comes to, it is kind of fishy. When it comes to Vanessa's biting her fingers, it's okay, Vanessa.
No, because I have things to say. Things to say. No,
really?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, I have things to say.
Okay, because it is kind of. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. It is kind of weird. It doesn't make sense. That person makes a great point. Half of SGA is GB, the Gamma Beta chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, which is kind of fishy. Because the advisor of SGA is an alumni of NCCU, former alumni mass communication student as well of NCCU, Jamal Searcy, and he also pledged Alpha Phi Alpha at this institution. And since if you look at the archives and look at the history, all the kings have been alphas or have been interests allegedly of that fraternity. That's something to look at, because I have not seen nobody take accountability for this. And the thing about it is, no one probably is going to take accountability for this, because it is what it is. And it seems like here at Central, Greek life is very forced on people. If you want to be a student leader, you got to be Greek. I'm sorry, it is what it is. It's the truth. You could bash my name, you could call me. I really don't give a damn, because it's my show. I don't care. But what I'm saying is, that person made a great point. They might as well call SGA GGA, Greek Government Association. That's what they might as well call it, because in the end of the day, this has happened for years. It is probably not going to change, and it's kind of blasphemous because you don't everybody Greek life is not for everybody. So just because people ran great campaigns, but just because they're not Greek or you're not in organizations, don't get me wrong, I love the D9s because they're part of Black culture, part of HBCU culture, absolutely. But that just because you're not in the organization doesn't mean that you can't be a good student leader. And it seems like that's forced on people. And this is my perspective. I'm just analyzing what I see, and from what that person said on Fizz, it makes a very fair analyzation.
I concur.
Yeah.
The way I've thought about it, I always thought that like when you join a Greek organization, that's kind of like your way in to everything else. And you'll even hear people say that it's like one of the easiest ways to network, because once you're in, it's like, your sisters or your brothers, they're never going to let you down. If this is what you want, you're going to get it. If somebody else that carries those letters is behind it.
Yeah.
So it's never surprising. That doesn't change the fact that shouldn't be the case. Like, in every single facet of whatever it is you're doing. It shouldn't be like, oh, I know my brothers are here, so I'm gonna get my way in. That shouldn't be the case, but it doesn't surprise me at all, especially because in college, this is when you build yourself up as far as like careers go and everything. This is when you what's the word? You plant your roots. Yes, you plant your seeds, you grow your roots, all of that. So I feel like that's really just what this is. Like, people are like, I have to get in one way or another. I know that I want that spot, so I'm gonna make sure that I pledge for it, or I do this for it. I don't know all the ins and outs. Yeah, but
allegedly. Right, yes, allegedly. But the thing is, and they make it so obvious. The thing is as well, it's the fact that if people run good, there's people that ran great campaigns that did not win. That's what came. Thank you. Flashback. With the elections, they always make it seem like, oh, it's the students that vote. No, this is just my opinion. Okay, this is my opinion. This is my analyzation. I feel like the advisor and stuff at SGA and Royal Court, they choose who they want to win because they never publicize or market the results. That's what's fishy to me, because they never publicize the results of the election, right? Put it on their social media page, and that's kind of fishy to me, and that's not how democracy should run. And this is the kicker. Current SGA president Cameron Emery, and just to let you know, Vanessa, none of the people at SGA like to talk to me because they know I'm gonna hold them accountable.
As you should.
Especially Jamal, because once he see me, he walks the other way, or he just walk past me. Don't say anything, which is fine. I don't give a damn. LOL, yeah, because I'm right, and Cameron too. But Cameron said this to me as well, and this is what made it very, very obvious. He said this the semester before he crossed Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. He said, and I quote, alphas have always been queens and have been NCCU kings, and that's not going to change. And that's before he crossed. Yeah, that's before he crossed.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Like, if you already know that's your way in, then you already know that's your way in.
Yeah. It's kind of, does that make it fair? That's the question. No, because there's other people who are not Greek that should be doing stuff on campus. But like I said, I digress. That's just as an analyzation what I think on how this thing, and like I said, I don't care because I won't be here. So y'all could deal with this nonsense because I won't be here. But I'm just saying, it's just not fair how a democracy, a quote unquote democracy here at Central, is ran, where there is no, fairness in a fair democracy.
And transparency.
Yeah, transparency. And some advisors are stuck in a way, and we digress. But like I said, congratulations to all of the winners and stuff. And some people, once they join organizations, they change as well. I noticed that. But it is what it is. And that's how the democracy works here at Central. And I guess there's no changing about it. because I won't be here. So, but what else? What else is in the hot report of Vanessa?
J. Cole recently publicly apologized to Kendrick Lamar after the two shared a rough exchange over some recent songs, and I believe we have some audio of that we can pull up.
So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my back and I try to keep it friendly. But at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that don't sit right with my spirit. That disrupts my peace.
Yeah, and I'm glad that he took accountability for that. That's the thing. He took accountability for
What were they beefing about?
That's the thing. I don't understand what's the point of beefing in hip hop, because first of all, I think J. Cole is a top 10 rapper of all time, definitely, and Kendrick is in the top 10 as well. But I think when it comes to longevity, I think Kendrick has J. Cole beat when it comes to longevity, and lyricists and writing and Grammys as well. I think J. Cole, I'm glad that he took accountability. I think in social media gets in the way of people taking accountability as well. I didn't go to Dreamville, so I didn't see how the energy was when he said that, but it seems like when people, the fans are trying to flip it and say, oh, he's too weak, he's weird, or he's weak for taking an accountability. That's, as a grown man, you're supposed to take accountability, and he said he was wrong for it. He admitted, and that's what's important, and especially in hip hop and music. You take accountability, and I think that this is
in life,
exactly.
Who's saying he's weak for that?
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to see you take accountability for something.
Exactly.
Oh,
okay, exactly.
Oh, okay.
But no, I think that people in Hollywood need to, and not people in Hollywood, and J. Cole did the right thing by taking accountability for what he did and what he did wrong. But what you got on this, Vanessa?
I wasn't even fully versed in whatever they had going on.
Yeah.
I heard that like Drake was involved
as
well. He is always in some mess.
Yeah, I think Drake is just so messy sometimes. It is what it is.
His life sorted out.
Yeah.
How his son doing? His son put out a freestyle. That was hard.
Yeah. But what else? All right,
that was my favorite song ever. Okay, I'm just kidding. Next up, Emmanuel Acho responds after facing backlash for his comments about Angel Reese's emotional post-game interview. Former football player and current sports analyst Emmanuel Acho has faced some of that backlash on social media after he shared his opinion of Angel Reese's emotional post-game interview after LSU's loss to Iowa. As previously reported, with the game marking Angel's final game as a senior, she became emotional as she reflected on all she's endured after winning last year's championship. She spoke about being threatened, sexualized, and more, but remained strong through it all. I think we have some audio of that.
About to give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Now, if you want to say, well, Acho, cater your take based upon gender, Acho, cater your take based upon race, I will understand that. But I'm about to give a gender-neutral, racially indifferent take. Angel Reese, you can't be the big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Because if you want to act grown, which she has, if you want to get paid like you grown, which you are, if you want to talk to grown folks like you grown, which you did post-game when you told a coach for an opposing team, watch your mouth. If you want to tell people get your money up, then post-game when you take an L, you just got to take it on the chin. Nobody mourns when the villain catches an L. And Angel Reese, you have self-proclaimed to be the villain. Shout out to you, because you are the second best basketball player on the court, and it was not close. Outside of Caitlin Clark, it was you. 17 and 20, dog. Showed up, biggest game, second biggest game of your career. Absolute dog, but you can't under any circumstance go to the podium and now try to ask for individuals to give you sympathy. No one has sympathy for the villain. You painted the bullseye on your back. Why are you surprised when people shoot at you? So if you want to act grown, if you want to pose grown, if you want to talk grown, if you want to talk to grown folks grown, then you got to take the L like you grown. Because what frustrated me is when you want to be the villain, but you want to hope for sympathy like a hero.
First of all, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't understand why, when it comes to, advocating for women and stuff. I get that she lost. Okay, analyze that she lost. Yes, she lost. But, you forget the fact that she said that you can't make a gender and racial unbiased opinion based on what the situation is going on, because like Angel Reese said in the press conference, her whole career at LSU, she has been sexualized. She has been called ghetto. She has been called, for being her authentically herself.
Right.
And for Emmanuel Acho, a black man, in media, for him to not, advocate for her, in that way on his platform, it's kind of blasphemous to me, and it's kind of bothersome that his whole what do they call it, brand is talking about life as a black person in America, but you're not advocating for women's rights, and women already got it harder as it is when it comes to especially in sports. And that's the reason why she was crying. I don't think she was crying because she lost. I think she was crying because she was just tired of the media attacking her, attacking her personality, attacking her family, and threatening her. Like, there's no reason that just because I play a game and I'm authentically myself, I should be threatened, and that makes no sense.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, Vanessa.
I was just a little confused about why he was saying, if you want to talk grown, pose grown, grown. What does that have to do with anything that was going on? If she's talking about, and also at the beginning when he was like, I'm going to make a gender neutral, racial neutral,
exactly.
Those, you can't claim to make a statement of neutrality when the very thing that someone is speaking on has so much to do with the way their identity aligns with what you're claiming to be neutral about.
Exactly.
I'm sure a lot of the threats and the sexualization that she's experienced is because she's a black woman. So that kind of defeats the whole neutrality claim. So he can shut up. I don't even know that man. Let me relax. Anyway, but the whole talk grown, do grown, How old is he? Talking about some grown?
I think he's in his 30s.
And how old is this young woman?
I think she's in her 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Graduating last game, I'd say like about 22, 23. She still has a lot of life to experience.
She's probably make more money than him, actually.
And that's probably why he mad. Anywho, like expecting.
Allegedly, I don't know everybody's bank account, so that's why I'm just saying. But she's making a lot of money through 9. She's making more money than most WNBA players. Just like that.
Yeah,
as a college student.
I really hate that for them.
Yeah, but we digress. And that was the hot report. You got one more point. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, you said you had one more. You were about to say something?
I was just gonna say, I don't understand why he's bringing up this grown stuff. That doesn't really contribute to the conversation at hand. And also, it's kind of odd for him to expect a woman that's 22, 23 to have all of this grown mentality. She still has so much life to experience. So much to just do, so much to see. That doesn't really play a part here. And I don't like how he threw that out there. Somebody put that man on a watch list. I don't like the way he said pose grown. Put him on a watch list today. And I'm not playing.
Not playing. She plays no games. But in that was the hot report. Coming up at the top of the hour, we got you covered with the hot mix of the day, and we got a special guest in the building as well. DJ Smoke, he is here as well. It is all more. It's What's Hot with Shamai Cook. Keep it here.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.